Very fine, good evening. This is Varadaraj Anthony from Mumbai. Today, let us discuss one of the important topic in economics, that is demand. Now, what is the meaning of demand? Let me explain what is the meaning of demand and commerce. Okay, so what is the meaning of economics first? Economics is what? Economics refers to efficient and optimum use of available limited resources. Okay, when you are using the available resources in optimal manner, and whatever the output we are getting, after getting the output, we take the output to the market for the sales. So there commerce starts. So end point of the economics is the beginning point of commerce. I mean to say the end point of economics is the beginning point of the commerce. What is the end point? Where the starting point of economics is what? When we start the production, we are having limited resources. Okay, with that limited resources, what we will do? We will have optimal output from that limited resources. After getting the output, we take that output. After getting the output, when you are getting the output, there economics ends. Okay, so when you take the output and get into the market, there commerce start. So this is the bifurcation of economics and commerce. So today I would like to discuss one important topic in economics, that's what? Demand. Now what is the meaning of demand? In short term, demand means what? The requirements of the human beings. That's what the demand. Demand is what? Demand of the human beings never fulfilled. Okay, it goes on, extends and extends. But there is no end point for the demand of an human beings. Okay, so demand includes all these 5 points. What are they? Desire for that commodity. I should have a desire for that particular commodity. Okay, then only it can become a demand. Plus ability to pay. That means what? I should have a capability to pay for that commodity. Then willingness to pay. If I'm having the ability, plus I should have will to pay for that product. That's what willingness to pay at a given price at a given time. So this all 5 points should be fulfilled to have a perfect demand. So demand refers to a person's desire for that particular commodity. He should be capable of paying for that particular commodity, and he should have willingness to pay for that particular commodity at a given price. Price may be more or less. So it depends upon the product, or it depends upon the nature, or it depends upon the surroundings and so on, and market condition and so on. Okay, if price is what somewhat equal or somewhat somewhat in an equilibrium state, then person is not willing to pay for that product. That's what willingness to pay. Plus at a given price in a given time, in a favorable time. So the demand concludes all these 5 points. Then only if you are fulfilling all these 5 points, then only it can become a demand. Now let us come to the determinants of demand. Determinants of demand means what? The factors which are affecting the demand, the factors which are influencing the demand. You people know the price is what? Main factor that affects the demand. Not only price, there are many factors which affects the demand of the market. So demand for particular commodity, say X commodity. So demand for X commodity is equal to function of price of that X commodity, money and income of the people, taste and preferences of the people, total population staying in that particular place, then time, favorable conditions and so on, then price of the related commodity. So these are all the functions of the demand. Understood? Functions means what? These are all the determinants, or these are all the points, or these are all the factors which influences, which determines the demand of the particular product. Suppose if the price of the product is what? Increasing. If the price of the product is what? Increasing, demand falls. If the price is falling down, demand increases. So price plays an important role in determining the demand of any particular product. Okay, suppose the price goes on increasing, people will curtail the demand for that particular product, and they switch to the alternative product or substitute product to fulfill their needs. So that particular product, which product's prices are increasing, that product's demand will come down, and vice versa. price is coming down means what? Demand will increase. Now money and income. Suppose I am earning 10,000 per month, my demand will be very less, and on the consecutive next month I am earning 20,000 or 50,000 and so on. My demand will increase naturally, since my income and money is what? Increasing. My purchasing power is what? Increasing means what? I will have more demand. So my demand depends upon my income, depends upon my sources which I am having, depends upon my disposable income. What is my disposable income? The income or the money which I am having to spend in the market. That's what the disposable income. So my demand depends upon the income and salaries which I am earning. Then come to the taste. My taste should be fixed. If suppose there is a sudden change in the taste of the consumer, the demand will fall down or rise up. Understood? Suppose I am consuming one particular product, I am seeing another product related to having the same features which I am consuming right now. So what I will think is what? I will switch my demand to that product, that new product. That's what, which is having more features compared to the product which I am consuming right now. So my demand for that particular product which I am consuming right now will fall down, and the opposite product which is having more features compared to the current product which I am consuming will rise up. Understood? So my taste should be same. If my taste is what increase means what? I am changing my taste. That means what? Demand will increase. That means what I am saying is what? Current product which I am consuming, I am having the similar product or same substitute product in the market which having the same features or more features, more good features compared to the product which I am consuming. So I will switch my demand to that new product. So the current product which I am consuming, that for that product the demand will come down. So change in the taste will affect the demand. Then population. Population plays an important role in determining the demand. If the particular city is having more population, means for demand for that particular city will be more compared to other city which is having less population. So population plays an important role in determining the market demand. Then come to the time favorable. If time is not favorable, the demand for that particular product will rise up. If the time is not unfavorable for that particular product, the demand will fall down. Next, price of related commodity. What is the meaning of price of related commodity? Related commodity can be further bifurcated into substitute commodity and complementary commodity. What is the meaning of substitute commodity? Substitute commodity example, best example is what? Tea and coffee. These are the substitute commodity. That means what? If the price of the tea is what rising, the demand for coffee will rise. Why? Since the price of the tea is not rising, people switch their demand to coffee. They will purchase coffee instead of tea. So the demand for coffee will rise. Okay. If the price of coffee is rising, the demand for tea will rise. So this is what the substitute commodity. So if I am getting that product price is not increasing, I will search the related or substitute product or with the same features. I will switch my demand to that particular different product or new product. That is what? Tea and coffee. Now complementary product means what? Pen and refill. This is all the complementary product. If the refill price is not increasing, refill price is increasing better. Let me take petrol and car. Petrol and car. If the demand for if the price of the petrol is not increasing, the demand for car will come down. So vice versa. So this is what the determinants of demand and meaning of demand. So in next lecture, let us discuss about what is law of demand. Okay, thanks.